Hello, and welcome to Chair Yoga. This morning's practice is about moving through the joints and muscles in the body by creating circles and arcs and orbits. So today's practice is Graceful Orbits. Join me as we do Chair Yoga. So we start first in our chair with our feet firmly planted on the floor, a little bit apart, and then we roll the shoulders back and down and lift through the front of the body. Feel those ribs lift up away from the hips. And let the sit bones in the chair become heavy. So now we have created some length in our back, in our upper body. And then place your hands on your hips, and as you inhale, bring one foot up and circle the ankle. Our first orbit, circle the toes in the other direction, and then lower it down, lift and lower that leg, and then hold it up here and make a circle with the whole leg now. Think about the knee going in an orbit. Let's go in the other direction. Still sitting tall. Still keeping a nice even breath. How about the other side? Let's lift and circle the big toe and circle in the other direction. Warming up through the lower body, and we'll place that foot down. Let's lift and lower 3 or 4 times here. Keeping the body tall in the chair. Hold that leg up. Now circle that knee around, making an orbit in one direction, and let's go in the opposite direction. Feeling warmth in your hip. And then place that foot down and let's heel out, toe out, heel out. Get a nice stretch in the inner thighs here. And then take your hands onto your thighs. Gently push down. Lifting through the torso here. Take a nice breath. Sigh it out. And heel toe the feet back in. Let's roll the shoulders back and down. And as you exhale, keep the ribs lifting. Keep the torso nice and tall. And then place the hands down. Let's turn our head in one direction, bring it back to center, and turn it in the other direction, just to get a little movement in our necks. One more. And then bring it back to center. Now we're going to make an orbit with our nose. So we want to look over to one side, look down at the elbow, roll that chin across the chest, look at the other elbow, and then lift the head on that side. Lifting up just a little, not crunching in the back of the neck, but looking up and taking the gaze over to the other side, down to that elbow again. So from right to left, or the opposite way. And let's all go in whatever way you were just going. Let's go in the other direction. Just circle, look down, cross the chest, up just slightly, and down again. One more. Think about the circle you're drawing with your nose, and then come center. Take a nice big inhale here, wiggle your fingers. And then as you exhale, lower the hands down. Keep wiggling, yeah. And bring the elbows up, bring the shoulders up, and pull the belly in. On your next exhale, sigh it out the mouth. One more time. Shoulders up, hands rise, elbows rise. Inhale, exhale, sigh it out. Very, very nice. So the first movement we're going to do today is we're going to turn sideways in the chair. Taking your right leg to the side, taking your left leg on the outside of the chair in the front, all the way back as far as you can reach it within some comfort zone. And feel a stretch right here in the front of the left thigh. Take your gaze to the right and make sure your right knee is over the ankle so that you're well supported with the chair on the right thigh and the knee over the ankle. And then you can stay here. You can place your hands on your hips. I'm going to take mine up along my ears. So I invite you to try this nice, beautiful stretch upward as you push the feet downward, coming into a lunge pose. And then exhale, bring the hands down. Keeping the left arm up, we're going to fold towards the chair, getting a side stretch here. Just hold and breathe here. And we'll do a little arc with the shoulders. So we drop it forward and then we lift it up and back. Just a little, just to feel that movement in the ribs. One more. And then come all the way up. Bring the other hand up. Take a nice stretch on an exhale. We're going to bring the hands parallel to the floor. So from here, we're going to take a twist. So we make a fist with that left hand. Draw it close to the body. Even brush the ribs a little bit as you turn and look over your left shoulder. And then inhale it back. Again. Each time you twist, maybe you go a little deeper. Maybe you turn your gaze in that direction. One more. And then bring it back to center. Placing the right hand on the right leg for support or holding on to the chair. We're going to lean a little over that thigh and circle the left hand up. Inhaling as it goes up. Exhale as it goes down. Now notice which direction you're moving that arm. There's no right or wrong direction, of course, but we want to remember so that when we say reverse it, we know which direction to go in. So let's reverse it now, bringing it forward, inhaling it up, taking it behind us, exhaling it down towards the floor. And continue to breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. Nice and easy. And then once you bring the hand down, come all the way up in the chair. And now I'm going to use my glutes here. And I'm going to bring that back leg in just a little bit. So there's a slight bend in that knee. And then squeeze the glutes. And right away you feel the upper body rise a little bit. It doesn't come out of the chair just yet. And then release it back down and feel the heaviness in the chair. So you can again have your hands on your waist, or you can bring them up alongside your ears. Now, if you've brought your arms up, you can use that reach of the arms to help you rise out of the chair if you like. So we inhale, up we go, pushing into the feet, just coming up an inch or two, and then exhale back down. And use the lift. Start with the hands, shoulders, torso. Lift those hips, push into the feet. Exhale back down. This next one, we're going to just hold it up there and take a couple of breaths here. In and out. And on your next exhale, just lower it down. Release the hands and then turn forward. Keeping the knees apart here, hips into the chair. We're going to circle. We come forward, taking our body in an orbit around the hips. Supporting ourselves on our thighs. One more in this direction. And then as we come up nice and tall, let's lean back and go in the other direction and come forward. Reversing our circle. And as you lean back, engage your core. Pull those muscles in the belly to support this movement. One more time, orbit around, and then come all the way up, sit tall, heel toe those feet in. Let's take it to the other side. So we extend now the right leg back so we get a stretch in that thigh. We don't have to have it perfectly straight, but we want to feel that stretch. The left leg, the knee is right over the ankle on the left side of the chair. Stay here and take a couple breaths. Find your nice posture, settle into it. And then again, you can have your hands on your hips. I'm going to take mine up alongside of my ears. And just hold here with a few breaths, lifting the ribs away from the hips. And then let's bring the left hand down, hold that right hand up there and lean towards the chair. Feeling that deep arc in the side body, opening up through the ribs. And then come up nice and tall. Release that arm down for a moment. Bring the arms up alongside the ears, and on an exhale, bring them out in front of you. And we're going to do that twist again. This time, right hand makes a fist, brushes against the right side. As we turn, look over our right shoulder, and then come on back. Moving the torso in this arc, gracefully breathing into it. One more. Each time, going a little deeper. And release. Let's support ourselves with our hand on our thigh. Take that right arm back. Breathe it up. Exhale it down and forward. So the chest can stay forward. You can lean out a little over that left leg. And focus on this big orbit through the shoulder. One more in this direction. When the hand comes down, we can reverse the direction. Inhaling it up still, exhaling it down. And notice if that feels different. One more like that. Inhale it up, exhale it down. And then bring that right foot in, turn to the front. Feet are wide again. We're going to do the orbit around the hips here with the upper body. So we lean forward, we go in one direction, back a little bit. When you go back, remember to pull the belly in to support the spine. Support yourself on your thighs. And then come up nice and tall. And now we're going to go in the other direction. We're going to lean back first. Belly engages, can't help it. And then go in the other direction. Did you notice that? As soon as you do that, the body starts to engage the muscles needed to keep you steady and secure. One more. And then we come up nice and tall, and let's heel toe in. Inhale, the arms up. Wiggle those fingers again as you exhale. And as you bring the arms down, the body lifts. One more. And exhale down. Beautiful. So now the feet are going to be about 2 fists apart, supporting in your chair. So I'm about 3/4 of the way back in the chair. The hands come forward and up, slow and steady. And as you inhale, you want to draw energy behind the head, drawing it into the body here. Exhale, push those hands out. Keep the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Rotate the fingers towards the floor and then flip them, bringing the fingers to your shoulders. Eagle's wings, right? And then we bring the elbows forward as we round into cat, pulling the belly in, rounding through the spine, creating an arc with our whole spine. And then push the hands forward as you rise up into that tall mountain in a chair. Hold the belly in here, and we're going to float the arms down, palms down. Lean a little over your legs and push those arms back, pushing the palms back and up in a nice big arc with the arms. And then bring them forward again. Inhale up overhead. Exhale down behind your head. Inhale here. Sit tall. Exhale, push them apart. Rotate through the whole arm here and bring the fingers to your shoulders. Cat pose with the body, bringing elbows forward. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't. And push forward. Rise up. And then steady, pull the belly in, push into the feet, push into the hips as you take the arms in this huge orbit all the way back and up, keeping your gaze forward. Good, beautiful. Go with your breath. Inhale here, exhale. Inhale out. Exhale as you rotate. Inhale the fingertips in. Exhale as you round through the spine. Inhale forward, rise up. Nice big inhale, tall mountain. Spread the fingers now. Lean a little forward and take those arms in this big orbit all the way back and up. and then bring them forward. We'll do one more here. Inhaling here, exhale. Out to the side, fingertips up, rotate down. Into the shoulders, cat position, the elbows start to come forward. And we push forward and we rise up. And then we take that nice big orbit with the arms all the way back as much as we can, opening through the chest. Exhale, bring them down to your side and rest them on your thighs for a moment and just take a few breaths here. And then we'll bring those fingertips back to the shoulders. This time the elbows will be high and out to the side. And let's orbit the elbows. Let's go forward first. Making those circles big and as much as you can, an oval or a circle. And then let's reverse that. Let's go in the other direction. And if you feel any pain or pinching here, stop the movement. Never work through that kind of pain. And then we'll release the hands down, sitting tall, taking a breath. To strengthen the legs, we're going to rise up and sit right back down. So we're just going to squeeze the glutes in towards the middle of the body, pull the belly in, push the feet into the floor, rise all the way up. And with control, lower yourself back down. So the control is coming right from here in the core of the body, strengthening our legs, and at the same time stretching out those leg muscles because we've been in the chair for a little while. And then come and sit down. Now for the next couple of poses, I'm going to stand so that we can strengthen the lower body as we work. You are welcome to stay in the chair and do the same work that we're doing standing. So once again, rise up. This time I'm going to step behind my chair, have my chair off to the side and a little forward within arm's reach. But we want it out of our way so we could swing our arms. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to take the arms out, stretch them in opposite directions, and then lower them down. So the feet can be relatively close in mountain pose. I like to have mine right under my hips for stability. Inhale. Exhale down. Now this time we're going to inhale them and keep them here and then circle the fingers in a little tiny circle, maybe the size of a golf ball. And let's circle that in the opposite direction. And then exhale and lower it down. Let's do that again. This time we're going to make baseball size. Let's try that first. Baseball size. And reverse it. And then lower down. Inhale them back up and basketball size. 3, 4 times in each direction. And then lower them down. So now I'm going to do that same exercise, and each time we switch sizes, you can release the arms down just to release that effort in the shoulders. I'm going to keep mine up and challenge my shoulders here to hold my arms out and make these circles. 3 tiny ones forward, 3 tiny ones back. Keep the shoulders down your back to support them. And now baseball size. And other direction. And maybe basketball size. Other direction, getting harder. And now I challenge you to take them forward right in front of you. Take them up. I stepped away from the wall a little bit. Take them as far back as you can. And maybe rotate them all the way back down. Let's try that again. Big orbits with those arms here. Gracefully moving, slow enough so that we have awareness in our bodies. Let's see if we can't reverse that. Take them back. Lift them up as if you were flying with wings and bring them forward and down. 2 more orbits like that. Great work here in our chair yoga class, Graceful Orbits. And bring them all the way down. Give them a shake. Very nice. So now we step the feet apart a little bit. And we're going to circle the hips. I'm going to take my hands on my back, lower back, upper glutes here. And you can soften the knees. If you're doing this in the chair, you want to do a weight shift side to side from cheek to cheek. We're going to standing, do that same shift. Weight in one foot, weight in the other. But then we're going to take it to the next level, which is to circle the hips. So let's push them to one side, push them forward, and then rotate that weight into the other foot and push the feet back as you shift the weight into the other foot. Making a circle now with our pelvic. Good. And then come up nice and tall. So we'll do that again, only we'll circle in the opposite direction. So weight shift from one side to the other. If you're in the chair, stay with this. If you're standing, you shift into one foot, push the hips back, shift over to the other foot, and bring them forward. Pushing the hips back, side to side, and forward. Good. One more. And then we come up tall, tall mountain here or mountain in the chair. Take a nice deep breath, release the shoulders down, give those arms a little shake. Nice. So now we're going to take a little bit of a twist. So I'm going to take the feet pretty far apart. This time they're about 2 feet apart. My knees are still soft. So soft knees are just not pushing back. We're not trying to tighten the legs. The legs are just supporting us here. And then we bring those arms out and we twist. So we take, I got to come forward a little bit. We twist to the right. And then we come back to center and we twist to the left and we come back to center. Twist to the right and hold. When you're holding here, you're reaching the right hand back and the left hand forward, still keeping that nice T shape. And then exhale and release that forward. Use the arms to help you and then twist to the other side, reaching the arms away from each other, bringing that twist into the torso. Good job. Let's do that one more time on each side. Knee soft, twist, maybe a little deeper, maybe look over your right shoulder and come on back and the other way. Maybe looking over the left shoulder. And bring it back, release those arms down, step those feet in, do a little march here just to kind of loosen up the legs a little bit, roll the shoulders around, loosen up in the shoulders. Good, and forward. So I'm going to come back into the chair, sitting down with control, and then we bring the hands forward. I'm going to turn a little sideways so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to spread my fingers nice and wide, and then I'm going to circle them up, out, down. Now notice how you circle your hands. So they're even with your shoulders. The arms are straight. Are your hands, my hands come in, both fingers come in at the same time and they go out at the same time. Some people circle them in the same direction, left to right. Which way do yours go? It doesn't matter. Just kind of notice, maybe go in the other direction. And then come to stillness. Now let's make a fist. Keep the wrists even with the arm. And we're going to circle here. So we drop it down, take it out to the side, up and over. And again, if you're both going in one direction and then the other direction, that's okay too. Elbows can be somewhat soft here. One more time, switch your directions if you haven't already done so. And then float those hands down. Good job. So now we're going to circle that knee again. So we're going to lift it and just make a circle with the knee. Think about the knee making the circle, not the foot. And go in the other direction. Good. Sitting tall. And then lower it back down. Up again on the other side. And down. And then heel toe those feet apart pretty wide. Toes turn out this time. We're going to take another twist here. So we lean a little forward, not too far. Make sure that we're supported in the chair. So if you need to scoot back a little bit more and have more of the thigh on the chair, that's a good idea. And as you lean forward, you're going to take your right hand over to your left leg. I'm going to place it on the outside of the leg so that the leg can push into the hand and the hand can pull back, creating a little tension there. And then I drop my shoulder down a little bit. My right shoulder comes down. I'm going to take this left hand, put it on my back. Palm is out, and then I'm going to turn, and I'm going to draw that left shoulder as far back as I can get it, feeling now this nice twist through the whole spine. Breathe into it, holding our twist here. Our gaze can be down at the floor, it can be straight ahead, or it can look up towards the sky a little. Exhale and release it. Let's do that on the other side. So left hand to the outside of the thigh. And again, you can just stay right here and do a little twist, or you can lean forward, lengthen through the crown of the head, right hand on your back, and then draw the right shoulder back as you twist. Again, gaze can be downward, straight towards the right wall, or up a little bit towards the sky. And then there's a little bit of tension between the right leg and the left hand. Feel that. That'll assist you with your twist. Exhale and release. And then come all the way up. Let's heel toe those feet in, sitting tall. Hands on hips. Let's circle the ankle again, making an orbit with the big toe. Go in the opposite direction. Coming to the close of our Graceful Orbits today. Left side. I hope you enjoyed this practice. Feet down, torso tall, hands in front of the heart. And if you're comfortable, you can just glance down or close your eyes for a moment, breathing into all corners of your body. And then we're going to do a little orbit with our breath here. So staying here. Now if your hands get tired, you can place them back on your lap. But I want you to think about, as your next breath comes in, it goes down the front of the body. And as you exhale, it comes up the back side of the body, creating this oval of breath. Down the front as you inhale, up the back as you exhale. And let's reverse that now. Let's breathe in all the way down the back to the tailbone. And as you exhale, it comes up the front side of the body to the nose. Down the spine, on the back, into the hips, and then releasing it up the front side of the body. One more. Visualizing a nice oval shape with your breath. And then keeping the eyes closed just one more moment, let's rub the hands, create that warmth. Hover them over your eyes. And then we'll press the two fingers, pointer finger, middle finger, into the forehead. Just gently make orbits in your forehead. What sometimes we call the third eye. And maybe take it out a little bit, out to the corners of the eyes, little orbits here, into the jaw, in front of the ear, just kind of softening all that area where we hold a lot of tension sometimes. Bring it back and up. Hover the hands again over the eyes, open the eyes, and release the hands to your lap. And take a couple of breaths here. Don't be in such a hurry to move. Take your time. Enjoy the warmth and movement in your body. Thank you so much for joining me for Graceful Orbits today. Namaste.